day 2 of Revolve. How to build a loyalty program that increases retention. For those of you just joining us, a quick reminder to sign up for the Yotpo Revolve chat in the Yotpo community to ask questions during the session. Quickly, before we dive into today's session, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. Hello, I'm Katie McKeever, and I'm the Director of Product Marketing here at Yotpo. I've been with Yotpo for a little over 5 years, and many of those years were spent working closely with some of our most strategic brands to build and launch their loyalty programs. So everything we discuss today is based on my firsthand experience. As you've heard throughout previous sessions, now it is more critical than ever to double down on your retention efforts. And being that one of the most, if not the most effective way to improve retention is by investing in a loyalty program, we thought it was key to develop a session that would provide you with the tools to build and manage an effective loyalty program. Throughout today's session, I'll be taking you through everything from building the initial framework of your loyalty program to how you can effectively measure success and improve performance over time. So let's dive in. As you're all probably feeling, the market has changed so much in the past few years. With privacy changes coupled with the rise of customer acquisition costs, we're not only seeing more expensive ads, but brands are spending more and getting less in return. The reality is that e-commerce brands are now faced with a new digital landscape. More and more shoppers are switching from one brand to the next. Price and product quality alone aren't enough to keep customers coming back anymore. Today's customer wants clear added value beyond the transaction to keep coming back to your brand. The good news is that loyalty programs deliver a clear value exchange that shoppers are looking for. Loyalty programs make shopper experiences better. They create community, offer exclusive perks, and provide a direct line of communication between your brand and your customers. Loyalty programs work to generate loyalty no matter how many times a customer has purchased from you in the past. That's why it's such an effective tool for retention. In our own State of Brand Loyalty report, we found that over 80% of global shoppers said that loyalty programs make them buy from a brand again. And customers who belong to loyalty programs generate between 12 to 18% more incremental growth per year than non-members. Hopefully, this is evidence enough of the clear ROI and value that loyalty programs can bring to your brand. So now that you understand the why behind why loyalty is so critical in driving retention in today's e-commerce landscape, let's dive into how to create a program that will excite and motivate your customers. Let's go over 3 simple questions you'll need to answer in order to build a program that resonates with your customers and ultimately keeps them coming back. So first, who is your customer? Try to get really specific when understanding their purchase and engagement behaviors, like basic demographics, preferred engagement channels, of course, purchase frequency, and average order value. I want you to be able to answer who is your best customer and how do those customers behave? Second, what are your business objectives? Here's where you'll think about KPIs and metrics. Are there specific behaviors you're trying to push in order to achieve those desired results? This can be anything from boosting social media follows to increasing cross-product adoption. And lastly, how is your program going to create real value for members? This is where you need to think about the campaigns, perks, and rewards you're going to offer to your members. Whether you're creating a new program or optimizing your existing one, a retention-driven program is living and breathing. It should constantly be changing in order to effectively keep your members engaged and motivated. All right, so now that we've discussed some of the fundamentals of designing your framework for your loyalty program, I'm actually going to take you into the back end of Yotpo so you can see just how easy it is to get up and running and start building your loyalty program. So now I'm in the back end of Yotpo, and you can see within the navigation, just to orient you that have our solution today, I'm under the Setup Program Rewards program. And we've really done a lot of work over the course of the last year to make this a very intuitive merchant experience. We want to empower anyone from a marketing manager to an e-commerce manager, even if you have a summer intern, to enable them to come in and be able to set up a new campaign, run a double points campaign over Labor Day weekend. It should be really easy to not only launch your program, to set up these campaigns, but also to be able to change them over time. So as you can see, really easy to manage your earning rules. You can see here some of the basic reward campaigns, your points for purchase, your Facebook share, your birthday reward, sign up for SMS. And there are more strategic campaigns that you can also do to really drive specific behavior. So goal spend is a great one. If you're trying to increase customer lifetime value, a key way to do that is to leverage your loyalty program with a goal spend campaign. Let's say most of your customers spend on average $75. Maybe you want to set up a goal spend campaign where you want to push people to $100 and they'll get a bonus 50 points for doing so. You can also do this with purchase frequency. We have a campaign called a punch card campaign. So this is another purchase activity that rewards customers once they've reached a set number of purchases. This is frequently used, I would say, by fashion brands. They struggle with seasonality and customers that might drop off between purchases. So they'll use a punch card campaign, for example, that after the third purchase, again, you'll get maybe 100 bonus points for making it to your third purchase. This is a great campaign also if you think about subscriptions. How can I use a punch card campaign to get customers to milestones within their lifetime? So a lot of different things that you can do with purchase-based campaigns that expand beyond just your points for purchases. And then, of course, we have your account campaigns, as I've called out, birthday rewards, anniversary rewards, getting customers to sign up for channels such as SMS. Social, which is a huge part of how you can stay top of mind with your customers. How do you get them to follow you on Instagram? You can leverage, of course, Facebook. Lots of brands today are pushing the promotion of TikTok, for example. And then, of course, we have Yotpo reviews, driving customer advocacy. If you want to reward customers for reviews, you can also reward customers for photo and video content. It is so critical that you have authenticity on your site. How can you make sure that loyalty is also pushing to reward customers for those additional activities? And then we have a lot of other ones. I won't go through each of these individually, but a lot of different ways to uniquely engage customers. I'll call out our read content campaign, which is a great way to engage customers in getting them to read blog posts. Or if you are promoting any type of brand mission, I really recommend having a read content campaign that encourages members and shoppers to read about what is that mission? How are you addressing sustainability? What exactly are you doing to help the environment? How are you giving back? Because this is how, if you can educate customers, that then you start to engage and get that emotional loyalty that comes with it. I can't tell you how many brands that I've worked with that have said, oh, we're working on sustainability. But if I go to their website, there's not a great way for me to educate myself about it. And again, having these types of activities where you're rewarding customers for reading about your brand mission, for example, that you can really create that engagement and get more benefit than what people think about with just transactional campaigns. Another one that's great with read content I'll call out is recipes. How do I get people to use my products quicker? Have them read recipes and be inspired for how they can use some of your whether it's like hot sauce and a new dinner plate. If it's drinks, give them ideas for different types of drinks that they can be serving. And then lastly, a really great opportunity with read content is to encourage customers to read about health benefits. Maybe you are offering some sort of health product and you want people to understand the benefits of why they need to take this every single day. We had a great example of a brand, Noon, that did this to really push people to use their product every day. They just wanted to educate people in order to get the benefits. You need to have it every day. So hopefully lots of cool, just different examples for you about how to set up those campaigns and just how easy it is to do so. And then lastly, I won't go into too much detail, but again, ways to redeem is really easy to set up. We have a number of different types of rewards. So of course, the most commonly used reward is going to be just discounts, cash discounts, percentage discounts. These should always be a component of your loyalty program. But we also have different options for shipping, if you want to offer free shipping that customers can redeem points for. And then, of course, product redemption, giving away free products that I can use 500 points instead of for a discount for a free sample of something. Sephora is legendary for how they promote their more expensive brands and get customers addicted to a really expensive lipstick because they cashed it in during a rewards as part of the rewards bazaar, and now they're addicted to that lipstick. So hopefully this has given you inspiration of how you can set up the framework, as we call it, of your program. Next, I'm going to show you just quickly just how easy it is to deploy the on-site experience. It's critical that your shoppers and your members are aware of how can I earn and engage with this program, and then how can I use my rewards. So having a dedicated rewards page is key for this informative landing page for customers to come to. And again, we've done a lot of work over the last couple of years to make this marketer friendly. We don't want to have merchants invest a ton of dev resources in building or maintaining this page. So we've made it so that there's no development experience required. You can see I'm highlighting the banner section right now. I can easily come in here, whether again a summer intern or I'm from the marketing team, I can change out this background image. You can also be actively changing out the campaigns. I've spoken a lot about how critical it is for your loyalty program to be living and breathing. The fact that our rewards page builder allows you to change out the text and the campaigns with no development work allows you to actually do that at a scalable way. You want to run a double points campaign over the weekend. You need to be able to promote that on the loyalty page, and we make it so simple. Again, anything that you do here is dynamically reflected and published on the rewards page on site. So really, really easy to, again, set up the components of your program, which we've gone through with the campaigns and then the redeemable rewards and then the on-site experience. So what I thought would be helpful is also to give you a real life example. Let's talk through a brand who has actually built a program with us, what it looks like on site, and talk through some of their the logic that went into their program. So I'm showing you now Homeworks, which is a luxury candle company. And they wanted their loyalty program to achieve two specific goals. One was to direct more D2C business to their site, and the other was to retain those shoppers in the long term. So with the help of their CSM, they created Club Homeworks, which is a tiered loyalty program with very strategic rewards that help them achieve those goals. The brand is rewarding for things like leaving reviews, signing up for texts, following the brand on social media, and of course, those points for purchases and transactional campaigns I've mentioned. So not only is the brand offering shoppers real value for their loyalty, they're also establishing customer trust by collecting reviews from their best customers. They're creating a personal one-to-one relationship because they get these customers to sign up for a text, which is a much more intimate channel. And they're keeping themselves top of mind through social media. They're rewarding customers for all sorts of social follows. So no matter the channel, their brand is constantly being promoted and their members are seeing and engaging with the brand. This is a great example of a balance between transactional and emotional engagement campaigns. Brands that recognize and appeal to shoppers' emotions humanize themselves and build an instant sense of connection. And those emotional connections are actually what keep customers loyal and end up driving your attention. So let's take a look now at some of the results, because Homeworks has had really incredible results to go alongside this program. So clearly, everything that I just showed you worked really well. Homeworks retention rate increased by 25%. Within 90 days of launching their loyalty program, loyalty redeemers purchased 4 times more than non-redeemers. And their average revenue per customer, i.e. customer lifetime value, increased by almost 375% when members redeemed their loyalty points. This is an incredible testament to just how much impact and ROI can be driven in a short period of time. Again, these results are just within the first 90 days of launching their loyalty program. So if you're thinking about launching, it's not too late to be able to launch something by the end of the year and start to see results by early 2023. So one of the biggest indicators of Homework's success was their high participation rate. You want shoppers to be actively engaging with your program, and the most effective way to measure engagement is if customers are redeeming their rewards. This is exactly why we've built our dashboards to directly compare redeemers versus non-redeemers. We want to enable you to effectively understand, how is your program actually changing member behavior? Is the usage of a reward driving subsequent purchases? This is how you actually evaluate, am I changing behavior? Take the confirmation bias out of these customers would be loyal otherwise. We can see they might join the loyalty program, but if they're not actively using rewards, and again, like, all right, I know I have $10. This is going to make me use a reward. I'm not just a latent member who has joined the program and I'm not doing anything in it. We really want to give you the tools to be able to analyze within your member community who's active and how that's changing behavior. So for example, let's say you see a general low percentage of members who are redeeming rewards. This is a clear indication that you might need to change the value of your rewards to make them more achievable. I've seen this firsthand. If it's too hard for customers to earn and use rewards, you're not going to effectively change behavior. If it takes me 6-7 months in order to be able to get that first reward and $10, I'm going to fall off as a member. It's not engaging to me, it's too hard, and now I'm not actively participating. So really take a look at the loyalty performance dashboards, because this will give you key insight into, all right, how is it performing? Are we changing behavior? And again, what actions can I take to improve performance? One being changing the value. There also could be a promotional issue, and you might need to just double down on program awareness if you're seeing a low percentage of redeeming members. So let's start to talk about some of the promotion. So far, we've talked about setting up and launching your program, measuring success, but the most crucial component of your program is the marketing and engagement channels in which you communicate to your members. So pre-launch and ongoing promotion is a huge part of loyalty program success, and ones that brands oftentimes overlook. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with brands who are frustrated by low engagement in their program. And when I take a look at their site, the only place they're promoting the program is in their footer. Customers don't know that you have a program, or maybe they do and it's too hard to find. So the key to success is ensuring you're actively promoting your program, both on-site, of course, but also through engagement channels. SMS being a critical channel and an optimal channel for customers who have joined your loyalty program. Those are the customers who have said, raised their hand, They said, yes, I plan to be loyal. I love your brand. And that is a perfect invite for let's reward you if you sign up for SMS and a channel in which you can actively engage them. Over time, it's key to ensure you're actively engaging loyalty members and effectively segmenting audiences. So Yotpo's enhanced segmentation engine, it makes it really easy to create segments based on purchase data, engagement data, and most recently, we've introduced some predictive data. You can use these audiences to more effectively personalize member experiences and ultimately, of course, increase conversions. So for example, you can use predictive data to target likely to buy, for example, SMS subscribers and push a double points campaign to them. Another example is that you can text VIP members who have left multiple positive reviews and encourage them to refer friends. There are endless opportunities for you to slice and dice your customer data within the segmentation engine. These are just a few examples, but really allowing you to personalize your outreach and more effectively find customers that you want to drive specific behaviors. All right, so we've discussed everything, as I mentioned, from setting up your program to how you can actively identify ways in which you can improve performance. And lastly, hopefully a key takeaway is how critical it is to properly promote your program. So thank you so much for joining today's session. Please email me if you have any questions. I'm happy to discuss more examples or provide some guidance and the strategies for, again, if you're just launching a program for the first time or looking for ways how to optimize your current program. Maybe you have some of the frustrations that we've discussed as far as performance. So thank you again. I really enjoyed this. Hopefully you have as well. You'll definitely want to stick around for our next session, which is a roundtable Q&A with a few of our incredible brands. They'll be talking about everyone's favorite event, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and how to make sure customers stick around long after the sales season ends. Thank you.